Okay, this is a video to show how to fix the formulas on the forms for converting from Q&A into Access. So we see here's a Q&A form, and you can go into the edit mode for the form, design mode, and you can see the field names, certificates, container, production, and so on. And then here's Access with the same kind of deal, same format. And this is, yes, Q&A 4.0, and this is a Microsoft Access. So, alright, so we've been working on this form for a while. We have it pretty well situated. We have the fields pretty well situated so that they mimic the original Q&A form. And here are all the records are in here. And we take a look in this mode of Q&A and compare it to the list or data sheet mode for Access. We see we have all the data. So that came across just fine. So we'll go back to the form view, take a look at it, and exit because we don't need that at this time. Now we're going to focus on the formulas. The fields are one thing, and quite simple, to take the data from that's been converted from Q&A into Access, but we also want the programming behind it. Now we can see in Q&A for DOS shows clearly the formulas, and we'll see some of these in action. Some are lookup tables into the containers database file. So we've extracted all the formulas into a memo field in our project management database using Foxborough, which makes it easier for us to view the formulas. Okay, now in Access we see the field. We can see the data for the records in there. Then we go to the design view. Then we see the field names. So what we're doing as far as the field names, we're taking a formula. And if it's a formula, I'm putting an underscore in front of it. So I've done about halfway down the main page. And the next one we're going to work on is this field here, number 140, I believe. And I'm just going to widen these out a little bit so I can see more clearly the full name of the field or formula. So it's looking pretty good. Okay. Now when we're looking at this, we see we need to make a field into a formula. So I'm going to do that. This field 105, I believe. So I'm going to tab across. Oh, now notice how the tables are linked together, and they're linked to the McMakin number, linking into the containers database. Based on the first field in the main table, that's called the 0015 container field, links into the containers database, which is field number 100 in that table, McMakin reference number. Okay. Alright, so that's many to one relation. we're getting all records from RFG, plus those where it links into the other file. Now I'm looking down to find the diameter field, and then I'm going to make a little underscore there and make a user-defined field name. So this would denote that it's a formula, if you will, for referring into the other table, into containers data file. Okay. Now let's go back to our form then. Okay, and I'm going to go find where that field is supposed to be. Where the heck is that supposed to be? Alright. Diameter. Get down near the bottom center. Alright, now I'm checking to see if the formula results in the same value as the data that was imported from Q&A. So if it's just imported from Q&A, it's not doing any calculation. It's just whatever the last value was for that field. 140. Now, do notice that sometimes the Q&A was not filled in. Very interesting. But in this, I am getting all the formulas. Next, I'm going to go for the field that is, let's see, that's field 140 times 25.4. Okay, so 25.4. So I'm going to make a field, and I'm going to put an underscore and make field underscore 1400 colon. I'm going to use field 140. I'm just putting the 140 in for now, and then I'm going to go back to get the full name of the field, which is going to be 1400 diam. We'll call it diam, short for diameter. Then that's going to be equal to the 140 times 25.4. Okay, so that looks like it's accurate. Actually, it's filled in more often than the original Q&A database. So I have to ask about that. Why was the Q&A millimeters blank? I don't know. So we will check that out. That's field 1400. Let's make a note of that. That's something to check out with the folks at McMahan. Okay. Alright, I'm going to go on to the next field. Okay, what do we have here? We got the old production. So we're going to make a, and then up in the upper right, and there's 140. Oh, that's where the field is supposed to go. 1400 mm underscore 1400 mm. We're going to put it there. Okay, looks good. Okay. Next thing to cover. Let's check it out. Okay, we're going to save it. Okay. Now we're going back to the query. And that's the result of the query. And just checking out, double checking that the values are the same. Yes. Yeah, I see the 127.762 that rounds up to 128. So we'll, as I said, we'll check that out later. Okay. Okay. Now what's the next field we're going to work on? Okay. Oh yeah, I'm seeing that the value shows through the field very nicely. Okay. All right, let's go to the next formula. 110. And this looks like it's linking into the ounces. So I'm going to find the ounces field. SOZ. I'll widen that a little bit so we can see that it's field 110 OZ. Looks wide enough. And then we're going to go from the form view, and we can now get into the query, and we got to tab ahead until we find 110. So we're tabbing, tab. It's over to field 110. Where is that? Okay. Maybe we went too far. Okay. Where is that field? Oh, there. I think we got it. It's probably near the... There it is. Okay. Alright. 110 OZ is what it is. Let's find it. Aha! There it is. Alright. Now we're going to take the ounces from the CNT Centers data file, and yes, it's ounces. So scroll down, look for the ounces field, C012. C012. I got to find that in the. There it is. Now just pull that down into the query area. Then we can remove that blank column. And we could leave it that label, but what I'm doing is putting underscore and then 0110 OZ colon to help remind me that that is actually a calculated field. Now we're going over to take a look at the data that results from the query, and let's make sure that the calculation is the same as the static value in the Access database, and that looks very nice. Yep. So we're going to use the underscore one instead of the 110 OZ. We're going to find that. Where is it? Okay. Oh, it's over here. Right. And all I have to do is do a little editing here and put an underscore. Looks good. And now let's look at the data through it. Let's see if that shows. Now it puts a little name thing. So what I found that what I had to do is I have to go out and come back in. Okay, now I see the values. Good. All right. So now we have another field finished. I think we did about 5 fields so far. And now we're ready to go on to the next one. We go to, this one's a formula again, which is field similar to the 1400. This is 1405, which is equal to field 110 times 29.57. So I'd like to get a little more room here to show the field name so you can see it clearly. It's not letting me widen it. Let me try it again. Okay, there we go. Alright. And it's the same pattern. We're going to be making a variable that has an underscore in front. And we do that from the query. Go to the query and edit the query in the design view. And then we're looking for 1405 now. Tab, 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 tab. Looking for that field, 1405. Oh, where is it? 1400, 1400. Okay, there we go. Alright. And we're going to be putting the field name 1405 ml colon, and this is going to be again field 110 times 29.57. So I'm going to put that in brackets, the field name, so it's clear to access that that's a field name. And we always check. Oh, okay, there's a little typo in there. Let's see. What do I? Oh, we gotta. Where's the typo? Oh, we have to put a 0. Okay. All right. There we go. And then we're going to tab across, and we're going to compare the fields. The formula. Compare the formula with the static value in the field, and it looks pretty good. 473. And again, we see for 1405, I'm going to have to ask about that why some in the original Q&A database, they were blank. So, I don't know. Maybe it's supposed to be blank. I don't know, it's possible. So, now we go into the form, and we put in the underscore to designate that that's a user-defined field. Now we're going to go on to the next field. Let's see what that is. We got 1405 done, and now we can go for the height. I think we can do that. Height and length. So height we'll do first, which is field 40145. And what do we need to do? We need to make that into a formula. This is supposed to calculate or relate into the centers data file. So let's just double check. We're going to say, okay, we're going to looking for a field O/A height. That's what we're looking for. O/A height. Okay, let's go to the query design. And first of all, we're going to tab over to get the 1401. And looks like it. Okay, then we're going to find the height field, OA height, we're looking for in the centers data table. There we go. And then I'm going to drag it down next to the other one. Looks good. And then we're going to fix the label up a little bit. Put an underscore. And then we're going to compare the values. Let's tab over there. 1405 we're looking for. Well, 145 rather. 145. Height. Okay, the heights compare well. Good. In fact, we have more decimal places than the original data file. Okay, but that can be made consistent through the formatting stage. Okay, well, we've got height. Then how about, let's get, okay, all right. Then I believe we have length. So we're going to go here, and we're going to, well, we've got to do a little, we got a little calculating coming up. Okay, that's going to be the 410 is going to be equal to the field 145 that we just placed times 25.5. So we need to find where that goes, and 14 looks like some kind of millimeters for 1410, and we're going to go into the query, and then we're going to tab over to find that field 1410. We're looking for 1410. Where is it? Okay, I think we got it. Now we insert a column there, and we're going to put underscore 1410. Underscore meaning the calculated value. Use an underscore, just you know, it's different, not too showy, you know, but it's enough to show that this is the formula rather than just taking a field. All right, then we're going to multiply that times the 25.4. And then we always compare the values of one and the other. Okay, we're looking for field 1410. 1410. There it is, and looks good. Again, however, we do see that just like for 1400, 1405, and 1410, all are missing some values in the original data file. But we're going by the formula. The formula says that it's supposed to take the value from the other file. Now, it's possible that Q&A did not do a very good linking job between the tables. It's a little clunky when it comes to linking between tables. You know, the record would have had to be updated, so that's a possibility. But we don't have to worry about that with Access. Access is pretty good. It does not mess up those type of things. So here we go. We're going to get that query and check the value. It looks pretty good. Alright, that's the millimeter value. Very nice. Okay. Now, what's next? Okay, field 115 is another lookup into the material. So we're going to look at the material. Look for the material field, where that is. Material. Alright. There it is. In the lower left. Okay. And we have a regular field, just called 0115 material. These numbers come from the original Q&A database, which has all the fields actually having numbers. So we have added words to make it more clear. It can drive us nuts trying to do everything just by numbers. But numbers and words together, that's a lot easier to keep track of. Okay, now we got to find the material field in the centers table. Yes, it is. It's just called material. Okay, in the formula, so I'm looking for the word material somewhere in the center. There it is, and I'm going to drag that down. Okay, and to make that clear that that is the formula, we're going to use the same number as the one in the main table, which is the RRFG table, with a colon, making that equal to the center table. And then we So again, to tab over to double check the value for material. Aha, very good, exact match. Down Anderson, yeah, aluminum, I mean, PET, yep, looks very good. So I feel confident that we have that one fixed as well. There's another one. And then we will check it out by going to the form, opening up, and let's see if, yep, there's the word aluminum there. This time, it's fetching that word aluminum from the centers table rather than just being a normal field, normal we could say, in the RFG data table. Okay, that one looks pretty good. Okay, as we've seen, in about 20 minutes, we did took care of 11 lines of programming in Q&A. One of them, 105, is blank, so that makes 10 lines. So that means about 2 minutes per formula or relation into another table. And so that means each one takes about 2 minutes. About a minute to place it, and then to do checking and fine-tuning. So this will help us in estimations for future jobs of converting from Q&A to Access forms, including the formulas. Thank you.